Hey everybody, welcome back, and thanks for joining me for another installment of Meals with Malty. So tonight I'm going to be making a Runza Casserole. What is a Runza Casserole, you ask? Well, let me explain. Runza is a fast food chain in the Midwest. On their website it says that it started in Lincoln, Nebraska in 1949, and it's expanded. There's a lot of them all throughout Nebraska, and then they've expanded into Iowa, Kansas, Colorado, and South Dakota. It didn't look like there was a lot of locations in those other states. We just got one in Glenwood. We're all pretty excited about that. But the Runza itself is, I guess it's a sandwich. It's ground beef, onion, and cabbage is the original Runza. And so you cook that all together, and then it's like totally surrounded by dough. So it's like bread filled with all that stuff. And I mean, it's something that everybody in this area has eaten. And I feel like in the winter, they also do a very Midwestern thing. They serve chili and cinnamon rolls. I could be wrong about that. I'm not 100%. It's been years since I've gotten that, but I'm pretty sure that's the restaurant that does that. And yes, I know that it sounds gross, but it's something that they served at school growing up, so that's something I'm very accustomed to. I don't eat it much anymore just because I don't eat sweets, so I don't eat the cinnamon rolls. But anyway, I've sidetracked here. The Runza itself is pretty tasty. And they actually have several variants of it. Like I said, the original is just ground beef, cabbage, and onion. And then they add things into it. So tonight I'm going to be doing a mushroom and Swiss Runza casserole. That happens to be the favorite of the missus and I. So that's why I'm going to be doing that. I'll show you some of the steps, and yeah, we'll get into it here momentarily. Alright, I'm going to start off by chopping up an onion, some mushrooms, and I got a bag of shredded cabbage. So next, while the meat and the veggies are cooking, I'm going to spray down this cake pan, and then roll out croissants. Alright, the meat and the veggies are done cooking. It's time to add it here. And this, my friends, is the end result. Nice golden brown crust, still bubbling. We're going to let that cool for a few minutes before we actually dive into it, as to not scald our mouths, because there's a fair amount of cheese in there. But yeah, this will be a delicious meal. And like I said earlier, there are several variants to Runza, so if you were wanting to do this at home but you're not a fan of mushrooms, there are plenty of options. I'll leave a link to the company's website just in case you want to check out any of their other flavors. All of their Runzas have a list of ingredients, so you can check that out. Plus I'll leave the recipe in the description. But yeah, feel free to explore, make changes. My wife and I just really like the mushroom and Swiss, so that's why we did this one. We've done it the original recipe, but there are, I think, 9 different recipes that they make, and hell, always feel free to try something new. make some new variation that Runza doesn't even make. And if you ever get a chance to visit a Runza, it's a pretty nice little fast food chain. Like I said, it's small. Most of their locations are in Nebraska, but there are a few in some other states. So if you come across one, give it a shot. Runza is a nice change of pace from other typical fast foods. I appreciate you watching, and if you liked what you saw, please hit the like and subscribe button below, and don't forget to tell your friends. And this is the Malty Gentleman reminding you, you only have one liver, so use it wisely.